Hi, welcome back to the channel. Now, one of the things I've always heard in my lifetime with bikes is if you want reliability, buy an Honda, which to a point has been true. Now, I've owned quite a few Hondas myself and they haven't been too much trouble. Every bike has its iffy moments, doesn't it? But one of my contacts in India sent me some information tonight. Honda are doing a mass recall of all the CB350s, CB350RS, CB300Rs and CB300Fs in India, which must be thousands of bikes. Now the problems are is the speed sensor. I think the moulding's cracking and the water's getting in and the speed sensor's failing, which you wouldn't think was much of a problem really, but the speed sensor works the traction control and the ABS system, and there's a potential to cause an accident because your modern rider is used to buying bikes that's got all the safety modes, if we want to call it that. You know, in my time we didn't have nothing like this, so in my eyes we learnt to ride bikes properly. Well, the feel and your senses and your reactions. Well, people don't now. They rely on the ABS sensors, traction control. So there's a potential for an accident. Now, the bikes affected are from October 2020 to April 2024. So that's 4 years. Think how many thousands of bikes that is, and usually they do a recall because something has happened. Usually if it's a minor safety issue they send emails out, bring your bike in, but this is a major recall. Now the other problem they've got with them, of all the range I've just mentioned, is a camshaft problem. I don't know what it is about camshafts at the minute. I was trying to be in competition with KTM maybe, I don't know. Improper manufacturing. This is all on the camshaft issues, is on the 350 models only though. But that covers about 4 models I believe. I wouldn't have thought it's going to be the new GB 350 which has just been released, I don't know. But all the other 350 range has got camshaft problems. Now I've got a date on that, just bear with me a second. Oh yeah, the camshaft issue is between June 2024 and July 2024. So they've had a bad batch of camshafts in about a month by the looks of it. But knowing Honda, that's still quite a lot of bikes. Now, this is Honda. You know, it's not Royal Enfield, is it? Honda's a premium bike, or supposedly is, always was. Now, since I've been running my channel, it's just about a year now, all I ever do is Royal Enfield. I did own my own bike business in the UK, so if you want to say how many bikes you've owned, Ian, it could be hundreds, because whatever bike I had was mine, but if anybody wanted to buy it, it was sold and I'd buy something else. And whatever I bought wasn't always something I particularly hankered after. It'd be something that I think, well, this is interesting, I think somebody would want to buy this. So I'd always turn in bikes over. Now, so I've had most stuff, you could say, but as my age and I like to fix things with spanners. If it's I need a nut and bolt bike, that's my bike. So this is why I like Royal Enfields. Now on my site, I've been slagged off quite a few times. I wouldn't waste my money on them Epa junks, mate. Right. Now, why don't you buy something different? Why do you keep buying Royal Enfields? I like Royal Enfields. Um, I can work my way around electrics, but nowadays, like these, I love my Bullet, my Himalayan, I've just bought the Interceptor. All these you can fix with a spanner. Now, you bring, I don't know, a BMW GS 1250 in, if it's a nut and bolt thing that's broken, I can fix it. But if it's not, if it's electronics, computers, you need all the diagnostic equipment now to even get in them. And if you're a person that specifically worked on the BMWs, you probably have that. But if it's a person that would fix all different brands, where do you go with it? Now, I'm just talking about BMW GS 1250s, and I'm talking about reliability of modern bikes. I've seen in the last month 3 articles separate on BMW GS 1250s where the rear wheels collapsed. One bike I saw was off-road when it collapsed, so can happen. Another bike was on the road, crashed, and the bloke was standing up there, look around, he got all the proper gear on it, it saved him. I think all he got was a graze on his arm, but the back wheel had collapsed. And the last one I saw, which wasn't so good, was just totally on the road. The bike looked mint, and there's a bloke and his wife is all kitted out for touring. The rear wheel had collapsed on it, and she was in a bit of a bad way, like. Now, you're buying premium bikes, modern bikes, so how can things be failing? That's my question, really. Now, how can Honda be making things that's got major problems? A camshaft problem. KTM, I've seen post after post after post. Camshaft failure, and it doesn't look like KTM is standing by their product. I did watch one the other night where a bloke had just got it back after 4 months, and it was had to have a new cylinder head, cams, and God knows what on it. And the worst on it was he'd had it serviced all the time by KTM except for one time, third service I believe. He says it's just oil and filter change. So he did buy all the stuff from the KTM dealer, but because he didn't let them change the oil and filter, KTM refused the warranty claim. And there's something else I didn't realise. This was on the KTM anyway. He was saying that the dealer has to order all the parts for the warranty claim, so he's had to buy them, and then he claims the money back through KTM. And in this case, KTM had refused, says we're not covering this under warranty. So the dealer spent a lot of money, and then there's an argument between the bloke who owned the bike and the dealer. And the bloke who owned the bike says, well, it's a warranty issue, surely. And in the end, the bloke who owned the bike had to pay for it all. And I think they come to a bit of an agreement on the labour. So, all those people that was laughing at me about riding Royal Enfields, there you go, eh? These premium bikes maybe aren't all what they seem to be. Now, Honda. I know it happens to most people, but it doesn't usually happen to Honda, does it? Now, I'd love to know how many 350s they've sold in India. India is one of the biggest markets in the world for bikes, so I would say it's a lot. So, just a short video, and it was mainly about the recall on the Honda CB350 range and CB300s. And I think why I've done the video is because it's another camshaft one. How can the manufacturers make substandard stuff nowadays and faults like this? It's not really as if the CB350 is a high-tech bike, is it? To me, what they've tried to do is make a copy of this Bullet. The new one, it's the GB, I think it's going to be called in Japan, comes out. It's just come out. It's nearly a replica of a Bullet. So, They're not even coming out with nothing new, are they? They're copying what Royal Enfield's doing. Well, it's getting late for me, so just a quick video. So it might be a bit interesting if any of you's got the CB350s. I don't know whether it's affecting anything that was sold in Europe. Can't see why it won't be, especially the sensor. Maybe give your Honda dealership a bell, just see what's going on, because these things do drag out, don't they? Right, well, a little bit of interest for you. So big thumbs up, please subscribe to the channel. Like I always ask you, it's free, it does help me, and I'll see you again in the next video. Hopefully I can find something interesting for you. Cheers.